Hello, everyone. Welcome back to First Listen Media. And today I am here with my favorite American Patriot, Nick Nittoli. What is up, my man?
What's up, brother? Thanks for having me, man. Always good to be back.
Dude, thanks for being back, man. It's been too long.
Agreed.
Yeah, speaking of patriotism, I'm loving the new releases, man. Absolutely digging it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man.
Speaking of which, let's go into one of my first favorite picks from this list, and that is Pistol Packing Patriot. Tell me about that one, man.
Yeah, man. That whole song is just a blessing, dude. Like, I chopped that up in my studio in LA, and I sent it to my buddy Kelvin J first, and he did like a remix version on it. And then eventually, my buddy Stony Dude Bro caught wind of it, and he got on it and just fucking killed it. His verse was amazing, and he called me from the studio, and he's like, "Yo, Forgiato Blow wants to get on the fucking track, bro." And I was like, dude, that's a blessing. I've been wanting to work with this guy since forever, dude. I love his patriotism. I love what he stands for. He's a stonewall when it comes to Trump. Like, he loves Trump, and he doesn't waver from Trump, which I really love. So he jumped on it, and the song is what it is, man. It's one of my favorite tracks. It actually just charted right now because that album just got released, and it's like number 13 on hip hop albums on iTunes right now. So it's doing really well.
Nice. I love that. It's fucking
Yeah, man.
amazing, dude.
Thanks, brother.
We need that man back in office, I swear. If he is able to run again, he already has my vote.
Oh,
We
it's
need him
happening.
back.
Trump
We need him.
2024. You already know.
Tell me about that song. I just heard that one a little while ago, actually.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to do something that was like kind of like a chant back where like the audience could just know the song after like hearing it for 30 seconds. And it worked, man, because I just performed that song in a bunch of different states, and everybody's just screaming back at me, Trump 24, Trump 2024. So it's got energy, man. Like, I'm passionate about Trump, but more I'm passionate about America and saving America. So, songs like that, a lot of people freak out, are like, oh, these are Trumper songs. I'm like, really? They're just American Patriot songs, dude. I'm just trying to make my country great again.
Honestly, what he did for the economy, no one could ever top that.
Agreed.
He really helped this country.
Big time.
So he has my vote. Full
Amesies.
compassion right there. Tell me about Joe Biden crack. That was a interesting one.
Yeah, man. I mean, the title the title alone kind of says it all. I saw this article, and everyone was talking about Joe Biden was actually, providing a healthcare plan that involved giving crack pipes to drug addicts to help them wean off drugs, which didn't make any fucking sense to me at all. So I just got in the studio, and again, just passionate about saving my country. And a lot of these are like topic things, like when they come out, they're hot. So that was a huge topic thing. I just did it, and I kind of reaped the benefits from it because I think it's the biggest song about that topic for sure.
I'm sorry. He did. How did
Yeah.
that work?
Yeah, and that's why I make these songs, because a lot of people have no idea about this stuff because they're watching CNN and they're watching fake news. They don't hear the real stories. That's why I made the song Joe Biden Crack, because it's literally, just Google it. He fucking gave out crack pipes to a bunch of drug addicts in hopes that that would like help them wean off drugs. And then it comes out that Hunter Biden is, his son is a crackhead, and it's like missing his teeth because he smoked too much crack and stuff. So for me, man, like, I just want to put I just want to put something out that kind of made people laugh. The video's hilarious. Like, I'm dancing around as Joe Biden with bags of cocaine in my hand. So yeah, man, I just like to have fun.
I forgot we had a circus clown as a president for a second
Yeah.
there.
Oh, don't ever forget. Don't ever forget.
Especially with the whole nuclear waste person. I'm like, no,
Oh
that
man.
person looks like nuclear waste. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Agreed.
No, that one video where he's like, I'm like, Jared Leto, is that you? But
Man, just hearing him talk is so embarrassing. Like, he just
it
fumbles and
is.
fumbles and fumbles. And so, like, politics aside, and I really mean this, politics aside, just Biden versus Trump, it's like night and day for me. I would trust Trump like running automobile more than I would fucking Joe Biden. Do you know what I mean? Like, just like,
Oh yeah.
as far as like where are you at right now? He seems like he has dementia. It's crazy.
I really think he does, and that's sad.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, let's go to another song of my favorite, one of my new favorite songs, "White Lives Matter." That's a really good one.
Yeah, so I'm shooting a video for that. It should be out in like the next month or two, and that song to me, man, like, I'm white and black. So for me, I'm like right in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Like, I really, the lyrics for me were important. I just basically said, don't all lives matter. You know what I mean? Like, and they say white lives matter. They say black lives matter. They say blue lives matter. And I say, tell me, can you see the pattern? Because all lives matter. And that's really the message that should be out there. I mean, everybody's life matters, bro. Like, what is it? Why is this even up right now?
They're
Like, bro.
trying to keep us separated so they can keep doing their agenda.
Exactly. And I talk about that in the song, that this is just, another one of their tools for division. You know what I mean? I say they say color's what you can't see through, but I say, do you love your family? And they say, yeah, me too. Because everybody's the same. We all bleed the same blood. Like, we all have the same values. Like, I love my family. I don't want anything to happen to them, and vice versa, I'm sure. So it's like, can't we kind of come together on the things that we're similar on, as opposed to divide us by the things that we're different on? It's just like, it's ridiculous.
Exactly. And it's just like, I don't understand why people even go along with that.
Yeah,
And LGBTQ is a big offender of that one too. Like, I'm not even trying to be a dick. It's
big
just, to
time.
me, that whole community is a Trojan horse. Like,
Agreed.
it's supposed to look, oh, nice and happy on the inside, on the outside, but inside they're all just labeling each other. It's gonna remove individuality, and that's gonna fuck them over in the long run.
100%, man. Like, I have nothing against lesbian, gay, trans, queer, whatever you want to call yourself. It's when you start trying to, attack children and put indoctrinate children and start, reading some gay and trans stuff when they're in like the second and third grade, that I feel like, I really need to put my voice out, because everything with progression, is going to get worse. So I'm like, right now it's a good time to just try to fix the world, man.
That's what got me too, because like I don't care what the fuck you identify as, like more power to you,
Yeah,
but don't try to go after kids because kids are very vulnerable, they're very impressionable, and that shit will poison them at a young age. Like
totally.
let
Totally.
them. My one of my family members was like, they should teach it. I'm like, no, the fuck they shouldn't. He's part of the community, so he's on that bandwagon. But
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, look, I get you want to have more awareness for your group, but don't target
totally.
kids. Wait
Yeah,
until they're at least in their like late teens and let them decide for themselves.
yeah.
Like
I
I said,
mean,
I
they're
don't
they're
care what
trying
you
to
are.
get kids to be able to change their sex, like in third grade. If
It's
they
not
want, if they
healthy.
identify, it's like, dude, a kid doesn't know. He could identify as King Kong. He has no idea what he is right now. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't find out what I really was until I was in my like late 20s, dude. You know what I mean?
For
Like,
real. Like
so
it's
save the
just
kids, man. Save the kids.
dude, for real. Save the kids. I can't tolerate this shit, man. And it's like, and then some person was giving me shit like, oh yeah, well tell me where it's illegal to be trans. I said, let's see, China, North Korea, the list goes on and on.
Right,
But
right.
I'm like, look, I'm not saying don't be you. Be you. Just don't try to force it on people's throats and convert them, because that will make you look like a villain, which it already is doing.
Totally.
It'll ruin their reputation, which it already has.
Yep.
And it's like they've been fucking exercising their own members because people in their community are seeing the bullshit and they're leaving. And
Yeah.
that's what sucks. I'm like, you guys want me about peace and love, and I get that. But don't try to shove it down people's throats because that will make you the complete opposite.
Exactly. Yeah, my buddy is I believe he's labels himself as trans, and he's such an awesome dude. He's a really good friend of mine, and he's involved with something called Gays Against Groomers.
Oh,
So
I've
it's a
heard about them.
they're awesome, dude. They're all about just what we're talking about right now, and they're really taking action in the real world and and in the physical world and doing something about it. So and he's a part of that, and I fully support him, and we're friends, and that's never come up. You know what I mean? Like, the idea of what he is, I don't give a shit, man. Like, as long as he's not pushing it to kids, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's
um,
like if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. We got nothing to worry about. I don't care if you identify
uh,
as a fucking two-spirit penguin. It's
yeah.
like if you're good with me and you respect my boundaries, I will do the same thing for you.
Exactly, exactly. And he actually transitioned and is having like a ton of medical issues because of it. And he's been very vocal on social media about that. And something that I don't think people are talking about is that, he transitioned at like an early age. And he said he's like a medical patient now. He's just always in there dealing with all this new shit that they never told him about. So I really think that that kind of stuff really needs to get out, and people need to hear that because, listen, dude, whether you believe in God or not, I don't care. Honestly, as long as you realize that you were given something, you were given a penis or you were given a vagina, and to rip it off is to deface whatever you want to call it, whether it's God, Yahweh, whatever you believe, you are defacing who made you by changing yourself and altering yourself into something that you're truly not, you know?
Mhm.
So that's just how I feel, man.
I agree entirely. And like I said, there like even you said, there are massive health risks to even doing that.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the ones who regret it and then end up taking their lives,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
'Cause I've read a
Absolutely.
lot. I've read about that. They don't show those numbers in the community. They're like, no, it's okay. I'm like, no, people regret that decision and sometimes kill themselves.
Totally.
My like one of my best friends, his cousin transitioned. She regretted it, but thankfully she went through the surgery to revert back
Oh, wow.
and then went through therapy. But it's like some people just end it right then and there.
Sure.
And I feel
Sure.
so bad for those people. Like we keep saying, I'm not against you being what you think you want to be. I'm totally supportive of it. Just don't like shove it down someone's throat or force it in
Exactly.
like indoctrination style. 'Cause that's gonna make a lot of people hate you.
100%. And one of my latest videos that I just dropped, it's called My Own Worst Enemy, and the whole video is just talking about the suicide rates in America and how they rose during the pandemic, and a bunch of numbers about PTSD and just stuff that most people don't really know about. But the video is pretty much dedicated to people that are suffering and feel like that they might take their lives. We even put a link at the very end that is a hotline for them to call. It's 24/7, 365. They can call whenever they want if they're feeling like, if they're feeling any sort of the of feelings like this. And I'm so proud of that video because so many people have hit me up and said, yo, like, I didn't even know you were about that life. Like, I really appreciate you putting this information out there. And my music and my whole package is just trying to help people, whether it's, pro America or, anti suicide, whatever it is. Like, I'm literally just trying to use my message for good as best as I can.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. Good vibes all the way around really heal the soul. That's why
Absolutely.
I'm so into music. Like music is just it heals. It has a
It's
great way
baby.
to do that.
Big time.
Yeah, we're both prime examples of that.
Big time. Big time.
Oh man. Let's see. Tell me about God and Country.
Oh yeah. So there's actually two versions of that song. One is just me, and then the other one is featuring Kelvin J and a lady named Alexandria Kutcher, who's very talented. And I put the song out because I'm getting much more spiritual than I've ever been in my life, and kind of reverting back to Christianity after I kind of delved off the roads into everything, mysticism, Satanism, you name it. I've been everywhere, dude. So where I'm at right now is I feel like I've been saved. I've been in some really sticky situations where I'm like, dude, I should be fucking dead. Like, how did you survive that? And then it makes sense to me when I think that there's a guiding force, somebody that cares about me, something that cares about me above. And so that song was just talking about that, and yeah, it's one of my favorite jams too. It's a bop.
Nice. That is some good shit, man. I love it. Like your music to me is always like one of those how do I put it? Sweet treats growing up. Like you just can't get enough of it and it always gets you every time. Like I was blasting original this morning on my way to work and it's just like,
Oh, right
oh,
on.
it's so nice.
Thank you, brother.
Like it's still one of my favorite songs to this day.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I remember you saying that was one of your jams.
It still is, man.
Awesome.
And with the job I have, all the stress I get on a daily basis, I love my job. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
just when a machine breaks down or a tool makes a loud snap, it makes me hella anxious.
Of course. Of
So when I'm
course. And
on
at the end
break,
of the day, it's
I
still
blast
work.
music.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to. That was my saving grace when I was working a 9 to 5. It's just I always had my headphones in, dude. I couldn't work a job without
Oh, I
having
can't have my
it in.
headphones in. I have to do it during break because of
Oh
what I
man,
do. I have to be careful. I have to keep my ear open for like if I hear the tool wearing out and crap. I have to be like on point with everything.
sure.
And mine's not 9 to 5. Mine's a 7 to 5. So
Okay,
I'm
damn. So you got to
doing.
get up for that shit,
I do 10-hour days, man. But
man.
it's like I love it because I couldn't join the military because I have a lot of mental and body issues that prevent me from doing so. But this company
Sure.
supplies the military, so it's like if I can't fight with them, I'll supply them,
Dude, that's awesome. I
and
love
that's
that.
why I love it. That's why I love my job every day. Even though it's a long, long day, I remember at the end of the day, I'm giving the military what they need to get back to their families.
Dude, and at the end of the day, that's something that is so like, that's just so helpful to this country, dude. You got to feel great about that.
I do. Because I come from a military family. Half of us were military, half of us were machinists. The ones who couldn't fight made the parts for the ones who could. And I'm just
Love it.
following that tradition.
I love it, man.
I love it too. It's such a great place. And the company I work for is family owned. Awesome people too. Like I had a car accident on my way to work one day. Like my truck
Oh, shit.
died. My truck died and rolled into someone. Since no one was hurt, thank goodness.
Damn,
But I
dude.
call my boss. I'm like, I'll be late. He goes, "Where are you?" I'm like, right near the building. He walked outside, waited with me for the cop to leave, and then
Oh, that's
offered me the day
awesome.
off. I'm like, I can't take the
Yeah,
day off. I'm going into work. He goes, "All right, to follow me. We'll go in together." Me sounds good.
dude, that's
But he
great.
is such an amazing guy.
Yeah, family-owned businesses, man. That's why the pandemic was trying to shut so many of those down because at the end of the day, you're out of that corporate system. You're out of that like, did you clock in? There's humanity involved in it. Like you said, your boss was like, "Yo, are you okay?" You know what I mean? Take the day off, etc. They don't want that. They want, you to work at Target where you're going to get fired. Everything's so, computerized and there's no human emotion, and so that's why they're attacking family-owned businesses so hard. So that makes my heart warm to know that you're at a place like that as opposed to one of these, fucking Google tech companies or something, dude.
Yeah. Actually, the guy started from his garage and built up to a multi-million-dollar aerospace company. The
That's
dude
the
is
American
so
dream right
humble.
there, bro. That's
He
the
is
American
such a
dream.
he's such a humble dude too.
That's awesome.
And like whenever it's a holiday weekend, he'll bring booze for everyone, let us go 2 hours early.
Now
I love the
that's a
dude.
boss.
I love the guy. Great,
What's not to
great
love? Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And like, he's so good on everything. Like if you're late to work and he like tell him why, he is so good about everything.
That's awesome, brother.
Hell, like I said, my little car accident, he was on top of it. Like the dude is such a great guy, and his son works with him too. He was checking up on me a lot that day. But the guy, everyone there was super nice, and everyone's a comedian. Like
Of course.
everyone's humor is more fucked up than I could have imagined. And I'm just like, I love it. I love it here.
That's the best, man.
It is.
Yeah, they're trying to change that, dude. They don't want, people to look forward to going to work or have, relationships with people and friendships with people, you know what I mean? Because we're stronger together. And if there's more businesses like that all across America, then when shit pops off, people are going to look at each other and say, should we really close down right now just because they said so? And the other guy might be like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, but if it's corporate America, it's like you don't even talk to anybody. The place just shuts down. You get a fucking email and you don't go to work. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah,
I'm happy to hear you're at a place like that, brother.
for real. It's been great. And funny thing is, you're mentioning like big corporations. Half of them come to us.
That's
Like,
awesome.
you know,
Yeah.
Pratt Whitney
Yeah, of
Aerospace.
course.
We do
Of
stuff
course.
for them.
Oh, that's awesome,
We
dude.
also do Collins, a bunch of contractors, and it's great. Like, I
Damn.
never expected a small company like that to have that many big names that they do work for.
Sure.
And it's great. Like, I love it.
That's awesome, brother.
And it's such like whenever I go into work, I keep thinking to myself, I'm always doing the right thing because I'm doing what I wanted to do for this country from the beginning. So I'm able to
Yeah.
do that.
And to feel like you're actually contributing to a greater cause that that your hard earned or your hard earned money and your sweat, blood and tears, like they actually mean something. And military bases are going to be loaded with equipment because of what you did. It's like people need to feel like they're doing something that matters. A lot of people go to these like mundane, desktop cubicle jobs, and it's like, dude, that's going to drive the suicide rate because you're fucking miserable. You know what I mean? You don't want to be there. And, every job, it's like you don't really want to be there. But if you can go to a place where you feel wanted and you feel appreciated, dude, that's money.
It really is. And like I said, every day I'm super happy about going to work. And there's a lot of fun people there.
That's what's up, man.
And it's like I said, I'm contributing to my country, which makes me
Yeah,
feel very happy.
big time.
And it's just that whole environment is nice. I would prefer not smelling like oil and death every day, but
Of
I can
course.
tolerate it. I can
Of
tolerate
course.
it.
There are drawbacks.
Hey, it's a good field though. Let's see. It's I didn't realize this album was out. Holy shit. Let's go, Brendan Trapp. I just noticed this. Holy
Oh
shit, I'm
yeah.
behind.
Oh yeah, it's got some bangers on there, man.
Tell me about the first one. Donald Trump, my president.
Yeah. So I'm shooting in the midst of shooting a video for that one as well, and that was just like again, I wanted something that people could chant and sing back to me, and the chorus is just as simple as pie. It's just Donald Trump, my president. Donald Trump, my president. Donald Trump, my president. Fuck Joe Biden. Donald Trump, my president. So when I performed it live recently in New Jersey, Nebraska, and all these different places, I was just able to sing my part and then just give it to the crowd, and they were so fucking loud with fuck Joe Biden. The energy level was just, oh man, awesome. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's just a song saying that I love Trump, man, and kind of letting him know that he's got supporters out here, and a lot of patriots really appreciate that song. That song is like one of my biggest songs, actually.
That's awesome. I mean, honestly, with the way this country is right now, we really need him back financially, economic. Like he made it so people could afford things again. Like we could live. Like gas wasn't bullshit. And hey, if the price of gas goes down, everything goes down.
Yeah,
And,
totally, dude.
and
Totally.
he did a really good job of that. Like we need that
Honestly, bro,
saving
I think
grace.
countries, I believe that, I really truly believe in my heart that countries were a lot more afraid of us, and they knew that we had somebody who didn't play any fucking games. It's like your dad, dude. Like if or a babysitter. It's like if Joe Biden was babysitting me, dude. I'm smoking pot. I'm bringing my girlfriends over. I'm sneaking out. Like this nigga is fucking. He's gonna fall asleep at the wheel. But Donald Trump might whoop my ass. You know what I mean? Like Donald Trump is a gangster. So I'm like, that's just how I feel, man. Like I'm trumped out, bro. Like, and there's nothing that anybody could tell me. Honestly, when it comes to Trump, like I'm just like, listen, I don't believe any president is all good. You know what I mean? I believe they're all doing some stuff in the back room, but I'm like, you gotta go with the process of elimination here. Donald
Yeah.
Trump or Joe fucking Biden or Kamala Harris. Like, nah, bro, give me my
Trump all
country back.
Trump all the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they all have their own agenda, I know, but out
Of
of all the
course,
presidents we've had, he has done one of them. He has done so much for this country.
big time,
Like everything was nice. He
man.
we barely had any wars going on. Too.
We were
Sorry.
balling, bro. Everybody was
Yeah.
balling when Trump was in office. Nobody really, like a lot of people remember that, but nobody really remembers that because they would be freaking out if they realized like we were balling. He was putting money in our pockets during the pandemic. Like, this country was doing much better, bro.
It really was, and we need that back. We really do.
Big time, bro. Big time. It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's gotta happen, man.
It's
It's
happening.
gotta.
It's gonna happen.
Man, this has been so much fun. It's always a blast having you
I
around.
know. I know. It goes by so fast, too, because it's just like water, man. Like we
It
just flow.
does. It flows. The flow
Mhm.
is smooth and perfect.
Big time.
We're always on the same wavelength, no matter what. That's what I've
You ha-
noticed.
you shocked me because I didn't know that you would be so you have such conservative values, and we never really talked politics or anything like that
Yeah.
before. So yeah, I'm
Like
impressed.
like even though I have those values, I also prefer the betterment of my country first. That's the biggest thing for me.
Man, you just warm my heart so much by saying that, bro. I love my country so much, dude. And I love when patriots and people that care about this country can come together and feel the same way about this kind of stuff. So I'm so happy that because I love you, bro. And I'm like, fuck, I really don't want to get on, at an interview with this guy and we're gonna be disagreeing and stuff. I'm like, fuck, man. But we're on the
Nah.
same page, bro. Same page. I love it.
Even if I was to be disagreeing, it would be in the most polite and honest way possible. Because
Vice
even I
versa.
believe, even if in disagreements, there can still be respect.
Agreed. Agreed. That's what the Democrats don't understand. That's why they're always going crazy. Because like if you disagree with me, I'm like, okay, no big deal. Like I can still treat you with respect and have
Exactly.
love and kindness for you. But they go
They
AWOL.
want everyone to fight instead of unify, and that's
Exactly.
where things fall apart.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
why movements like BLM exist and all that. It's like, shouldn't all lives matter instead of just one group?
That's right.
I don't get it. Even my friend who is African American says it's all bullshit.
It
He can't
is.
he can't tolerate
It is. What
it.
really messed me up was when I went on Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, and I saw there were sections called Black Stories and Black Appreciation Month and Black this and Black that. And I was like, wait a second, isn't that called racism? Like, what if we have, where's our white section? Where's our Filipino section? And it's like, they're just excluding the white race in this weird way right now that it's making black people stand up for the whites and be
I
like,
noticed
nah.
that. I was laughing. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
wow. Uno reverse card much?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought it was the
exactly.
funniest shit. It's like, what is this? Reverse racism is what they call it now, I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. That doesn't even that sounds so stupid though. It's like it's racism regardless of what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. There's some story that just came out about this Tyree Nichols kid, and all these people were texting me about it. Like, five black people shot a black person, and that was like the headline on CNN. And I was just like, don't you see what they're doing here?
They're using the colors as a fucking leeway.
Yeah, as bait, and a lot of people are biting on that tadpole, and it's very sad, man. It's
Hook
very
and
sad.
sinker. It's
They
just
hate people like us because I'm like, I don't see this, bro. I see this and I see this
exactly.
in every color and every race. Like, you could be whatever race you want to be and have every stereotypical thing about you. But if you come with this and you come with that, I'm going to get rid of all of those things and just focus on who you are. And that's what they hate.
Exactly. Why can't more people do that? Like everyone's like, "Oh, you're part of this group. I have to hate you." I'm like, "Why?
Right.
Why do we have to hate?" Like
Why?
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And then every time they say it, I'm like, "Why?" Like give me an actual answer.
Totally, man.
Like if I wanted to be an asshole, I would say every racial slur in the book, but I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I
I
love everyone equally. I don't want to be a jerk. I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's like, listen, stereotypical things exist. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why this thing exists and that thing exists, and people can laugh about it. There's a lot of comedy about racial stuff that we can all laugh about because it's fucking true.
It's
But
hilarious.
yeah, it's hilarious. It's like that's why Dave Chappelle made the most DVD sales of all time because his shit was funny. It's like
Gotcha,
there's
bitch.
you know gotcha, bitch. We can laugh about that kind of stuff and still have unity and still have harmony, and that's what they're against, man. That's what they're trying to delete right now.
It's easier to separate us and take us out one by one unless we're a unified force.
Yep,
And if
exactly.
we're unified, they can't win.
I'm so
That's what
happy that
drives
you
them
see.
nuts.
I'm so happy you see through all this shit, bro.
Oh, I'm
That's
an
just.
observer. I look at the world for what it is. I don't take sides. I just sit back and I'm neutral. I sit back and watch the madness.
Is there any members of your family coming from the military that kind of like helped you get to where you're at with your mindset, or is it all on your
Honestly,
own?
my grandfather was Vietnam.
Oh
His
wow,
father was World War II.
awesome.
His mother was a machinist.
Okay,
And we have a few others in our family who are soldiers, a few others who
awesome.
were machinists. And honestly, I wish he was alive today to see where I was at because he died before COVID hit, like right before the pandemic hit.
I'm
So he
sorry for
wasn't
your
able
loss,
to see,
brother.
yeah, he wasn't able to see where I ended up.
Sure,
But I just wanted to give to my country because I wasn't able to fight alongside them. And I figured being a machinist, getting into the field that makes all the stuff for them would be a good way to start.
totally,
And
absolutely.
it's been the best move I ever made.
I'm sure he's very proud of you wherever he is, brother,
I hope so.
for sure.
Also, you might like this. I had decided to explore Christianity a little bit.
Oh, really?
One of my coworkers is really nice guy, and he was had been educating me a little bit, praying for me and all this because we have some in-depth conversations, and he convinced me to look into it a little bit. So I'm considering it.
Oh, dude, I love that.
Yeah,
Love to
like
hear
I'm
that.
like right now I'm still an atheist until I fully read the Bible and all that because I still need
Sure,
to get the confirmation for myself.
sure.
But I'm starting myself on the right path, I think.
I love that, man. Yeah, I mean, for me, man, I'm not too pushy with it because I have done some of the worst, like most satanic things in my life. You know what I mean? I fucking read the Satanic Bible. I've fucking done terrible things in my youth, and so where I'm at now is I'm like I'm blessed. I feel really good. I feel like there's a guiding force that cares about me because I survived some crazy shit. It just doesn't make any sense otherwise to me. But I don't really push it on people. My music is, I'm talking about God and country. I'm talking about those things. But that's as far as it goes, as far as trying to push
Mm.
people into a direction. I find that everybody will get there on their own time. It's better to just let people kind of, get there. But that
Yeah,
that it really warms my heart that you're on that path,
thank
brother.
you. But yeah, no, like music is expression of self. So I totally get that. You're trying to use music to help people get a good path on life, which I totally
Exactly.
respect. No
Exactly.
matter if it brings them to the religious base or brings them to a better mental state, it's all to guide them to a better life. And that's
Exactly.
why I love your music, man. That's why
Thank
you're
you.
like one of my top five.
Oh man, I
I
appreciate it.
love it.
Coming
Like,
from you, I know you're picky, so that means a lot to
oh,
me.
I'm very picky.
I know you
Yes.
are.
Like I love all music, don't get me wrong.
For sure.
But when it comes to personal lists, I am very picky
Totally.
because there are some people who I can't listen to for the life of me. And I
Sure.
hate saying that, but I feel like because the music to me is manipulating, like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, for example, their stuff isn't exactly the nicest to listen to. No offense to them.
Nah.
They have their audiences, we have
It's
ours.
trash. It's trash. And
Fair enough.
that's really where I'm at with that kind of music, man. I'm like, shit, we have to have our own side. And there's many other artists who have, already, laid the groundwork for this. Bryson Gray, Forgiato Blow, Tyson James are all artists that you should check out if you haven't heard of them. But they're all Christian artists, for the most part, like pro Trump, and they inspired me because I'm like, man, these guys are just about that life and they're preaching the gospel in their music. They're trying to help this world. And some of the music I put out, I was like, I'm talking about drinking lean. I'm talking about like fucking strippers. Like, what am I doing? If there's an 8-year old kid in the room, like, what am I doing, dude? So that's really changed my path and changed my message. So, oh, the thing I don't want to forget to ask you is, are you still jamming?
I've been really like jamming as in making music myself.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go for guitar lessons soon.
Oh, sweet. Right on.
I wanted to wait until I got my job for a year. Like I wanted to make sure I
Sure.
hit 1 year of this company first before I get into lessons. And
Totally. Handle your business.
next month actually marks 1 year. So I'll be getting
Congrats,
into
bro.
lessons soon. I'm still writing, so I'm still doing that. I
Dope,
come
dope.
up with some of the most interesting lyrics when I'm at work. It is like
Sure.
so interesting, and I'm just writing that shit down so I can
Always.
remember it, and then I'm gonna
Always,
start
bro.
making those into songs. And once I learn guitar fluently enough, I'm gonna get a band together and start trying to get some gigs. And who knows, maybe
Awesome.
one day I'll come down to Cali.
Yeah, man. The next time you're here, for sure, I'm meeting you wherever you come, whatever city you come, because I feel so bad that you were here and we didn't link up. So next time I
No
got you, bro.
worries. No, I'll make sure I set some vacation time aside. Maybe later this year or next year. Who knows?
For sure. For sure.
Because
Yeah, we got to do one of these in person, bro. That'd be so much fun.
we do. I'm gonna make sure I get a good camera just for that. Because Zoom always pisses me off. I hate this. They lower the time to 40 minutes now for all meetings instead of just like more than two accounts. I don't like
Why
that.
is that?
I don't know. I don't know why they did that, but I might switch over to Skype soon. 'Cause I know Skype doesn't give you limitations like this.
Okay, sweet.
But yeah, this has been so much fun, and honestly,
Always.
I'm glad we did this. I'm like, because like even like you said, like the whole conservative values and all that stuff. Like I used to be really conservative myself, but after really observing and seeing everything for what it was, I think Republican was the much better route. And especially with
Sure.
Trump, we need that man back. We need him.
Sure. Yeah,
My
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, I'm a fucking conspiracy theorist. Like, I believe, 9/11.
same.
No, 9/11 was an inside job. I believe
Oh, it
half.
was.
Exactly. I believe half of the Pentagon is all Satanists. Like, I believe in all this Freemasonry stuff that involves our country. So at the end of the day, for me, I saw that the conspiracy theorists were a lot more on the right side than they were the left. That the left was more like the conspiracy and the right was more like conspiracy theorists. So that's what a big thing that drove me to that side is because I'm like, you guys kind of know what's going on behind the scenes, don't you? And so that's really where I'm at. It's like, I don't, as far as the voting system, I really don't believe in the voting system. I'm
Neither
going to
do I.
vote. I hope Trump wins, but, I'm a conspiracy theorist at the end of the day, bro.
Honestly, those are some of the best friends to have too, because if shit hits the fan, you know where to go.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
I
You
keep
already
seeing
know.
that thing staring at me behind you. What is that?
Well, I got like these LED clouds. I'm in my studio right now.
No, I
So,
mean holding on to the cloud below it,
oh, that's
the little character, the little head.
that's Biden.
Oh shit! I mean, at least he's hanging on to something.
Well, Zach, I don't know if you remember, but I'm still the president, and I've got hairy legs, and they turn blonde in the sun. I'm happy you're going after your music and that you're working a job, but I don't even know what my name is.
Oh, God.
Get that clown out of here. Yeah, man. Always a fucking pleasure, dude. We have to do another one of these soon. And
We
yeah, dude,
do.
you made my fucking month, dude. You made my year by telling me that you're into these songs that I'm making that are like pretty conservative and pretty opinionated. So I really appreciate that, brother. You're rocking with me, and I'm rocking with you always, bro.
Thanks, man. Hey, honestly, opinionated stuff is the best way to go because it shows how you feel as a person, and you're trying to output that so
Big time.
everyone can hear it and understand it and see their own view on it. At least that's
Always.
my way of seeing it.
Yeah, totally.
I love it, man. Keep up the good work. I love it.
Vice
Yeah, I
versa, man. Keep
noticed
rocking.
this year, like the massive drastic turn to the music, and I loved it. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh man,
Yeah, yeah. I ain't stopping, dude. I got a lot more stuff coming out in the future that's going to be pretty crazy. So
I
I'm
look
looking
forward
forward.
to it. I'm super excited.
Same,
You
same.
know me, man. I always love it. I always love it.
Yeah, man. I got a new album drop in, I'd say in the next 2 months. And then there's going to be a bunch of new singles coming out, dropping like crazy. So look out for those.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Hell
let's go,
yeah.
Brandon.
I'm excited, man. I am excited.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here though. Anything else you want to say to the audience before we go?
No, man. Thank you guys for rocking with me. I'll see you guys on the next interview.
Sounds good, man. Have a great night.